Well, man, they shot some guy off his motorcycle for bikers in clubs. That's like the absolute worst death. I think there's two things I fear. One is running into some shit a dumbass left on the highway because they couldn't strap their mattress down, or they couldn't keep the container from blowing out of the back of their pickup truck. Like, you got real dense, dim-witted people out there. I even almost ran into like 4 hay squares, bales of hay. I was coming around a corner, coming around a curve on 285. You move from 285 to 85. It's a bridge. It's in the sky, and you make this huge curve, and you bank, and you drop your motorcycle down, and you act like you're Mario Andretti or somebody. And then there's these these haystacks, and you're linked over. You got to come up and miss one. Now you're heading off the bridge because you popped up, and it's nothing but other highway below you. So if you hit the bridge and fall over and survive the fall, you're getting run over 100 times. So you pop up and you pop back down, you pop up. So one of the worst things I fear is running into something an idiot left on the highway. Irresponsible idiot. You should just get 10 years in prison for that. And the second thing is being shot off my bike. Like, in the motorcycle club world, you would think that you would give a person an opportunity to get off their bike and square up with you. Anyway, this is a horrible incident that has happened. And it's got gang written all over it. We hadn't named the motorcycle clubs. Actually, we didn't touch the story for a few days until more came out in the news. So it has finally come out. Names of clubs have been issued. So we'll talk about it now. But it's a horrible thing. And we may know where it came from, where it stemmed from, but definitely some messages have been sent, and could be open warfare on the street. So we're going to talk about that that shooting, and the police have found. So long story short, somebody got shot off their motorcycle. Police have found the truck involved, and we'll talk about the things. Not looking good for clubs, but hey, we know what we're getting into when we get in and we sign up for this. But then you want to scream foul anytime somebody pulls you over and treats you like a gang member. And then maybe we might get around to talking about loyalty. I've made a couple of videos on loyalty and disloyal behavior, and we might get a chance to talk about loyalty this morning. So that is what we'll be covering in about 1 minute and 7 seconds when we return. A member of the War Dogs Motorcycle Club was executed in broad daylight. Police found the pickup truck that was used, and we'll talk about some of the things that we've learned thus far as reported in the news. All right, back in 1 minute and 7 seconds.
Black Dragon Biker News. He's on YouTube. Black Dragon Biker News. Get yourself educated by his books and you'll learn how to move. Black Dragon Biker News. He covers it all. So click on the screen, hit subscribe, and get updated Biker News with MC Protocol. A lot of phonies popped up when this YouTube Biker News craze came about, but the man on this channel is the first to do it and the only one that never sold out. His name's Black Dragon. Started the day they had hit the scene, repping Uncle Sam. They traded that uniform for leather vest from the Mighty Black Sabbath. Not the band, I'm talking about the Mighty Black Sabbath MC. Where he paid his dues and he earned his stripes. From prospect all the way up to national peace. All the copycat creators and the content stealers and haters, there have been many, but there's only one larger than life. Like Michael with the cowboy hat, the nose kung fu and says kick Kenny. Black Dragon Biker News. He's on YouTube. Black Dragon Biker News. Get yourself educated by his books and you'll learn how to move. Black Dragon Biker News. He covers it all. So click on the screen, hit subscribe, and get updated Biker News with MC Protocol.
All righty then. It's your boy Black Dragon from Black Dragon Biker TV, the Biker News Network, the Black Dragon Biker News Network, Biker News you can trust. Yes, and Biker News you can use, and Biker News from a biker's point of view. Yes, yes. Oh my God. And I'd just like to thank you.
Thank you very much.
I would like to thank you.
Thank you very much.
I would like to thank you for tuning in. Yes. And I'd like to introduce my co-host. We are the only Motorcycle Club protocol and news, biker news channel in the entire world to have our very own Dr. Logic in the house.
What's going on, Black Dragon? What's going on, everyone? Happy Wednesday. What they call this? Hump Day? Happy Hump Day.
That was a whole minute long there. I like that introduction. I think people are tired of me screaming. What do you think?
That's your thing, man. Remember that day you didn't do it?
I didn't feel like doing it. I
was like, nah, you got to start over.
I didn't feel like doing it now. And I was like, he's going to make me do it again.
Yeah, you got to start over. Like,
Lavish should be here in a minute or two.
This is Black Dragon. Nah.
Sometimes I just don't have the energy, my man. Oh, man, this is horrible. Let's get right to it. This is the part of the whole news reporting thing I don't like. And this is why I'm really thinking about getting out of news. I've been telling you about this a long time. I've been thinking about getting out of the news and just doing interviews and stuff like that. You know, we've been talking about that. And I want to get like 20 interviews lined up. And I think I might only do news once a week. I get so sick of this SHIT. I get sick of talking about it. And I'm so glad that I was never in the motorcycle club world that dealt with this on a daily basis. So the story goes, let me find the actual story. Yeah. So this is, we've known about this for a few days. And we get a lot of calls in and people that are in the area tell us stuff, but they never like want to be, hey, you didn't get this from me, bro.
They don't want to be put on record.
You didn't hear this from me, and I'm like, well, if I didn't hear it from you, who in the hell do I say I heard it from? Mm-hmm. So they always, call you up, whispering it, you didn't hear this from me, but. And we're not going live with that. We're not going live. We're not going live. You hear that? We're not going live with that. If you call me up whispering, it's just going to be a conversation between you and me. If I can't, Boss Sock said, nah, you got to keep screaming.
See, I told you.
It's a party. It's a party of you, BD. Don't stop being you.
See, I told you. You don't want to listen to me. Have I been wrong yet?
You've been wrong, just not about anything between us yet. But I know there's some wrong in you somewhere. You got some wrong in you. So, we're not going to do the you heard it from me, but you didn't hear it from me. We can't talk about that like that. We have to wait until we have it in the news. So here's the story. Let me pull this up. I share the screen. I will share it with the sound, but I'll turn the sound off. That way you won't echo. Let me know if you're echoing. Maybe they fixed it. So I'll share screen one here. Share. Yes? Are you echoing?
Test. Yep.
Damn. It used to work like butter, and now they've messed it up. All right, so here's the story. This is the story as we have it, but we've known about this since it happened, and we've heard all these stories, but now that it's been printed. So this is Jennifer Barrasso, and she's been covering this story up there. CBS Pittsburgh. Police say they found the pickup truck connected to a deadly shooting in the middle of White Oak section on Sunday afternoon. What happened was a biker a member of the War Dogs Motorcycle Club was shot off his motorcycle in broad daylight in the back while sitting on his motorcycle. Like, we've always thought that that was unfair. Okay, in war, there's no fair, of course, sure. But damn, get shot off your motorcycle is like completely unproductive. Like, it's completely unfair. Okay, there's no fair in war. There's no productivity in war, but it's like completely non-objective. Okay, there's no objectivity. What is there in war? It's horrible. It's absolutely horrendous. This man was shot off his motorcycle, at least 2 shots in the back. We don't think that's manly to be shot in the back. I mean, Americans, and I'm from Oklahoma, the whole cowboy shit, and facing the guy up at at high noon at the OK Corral, that sort of thing. I can see Foxy doesn't like my screams, though. However, so this is a horrible thing. So no arrests were made. So they found the pickup truck. No arrests were made as of Monday night, but sources tell KATV that the pickup truck was believed to be connected to the shooting. It was found in Mount Pleasant, Westmoreland County, about 25 miles from White Oak. From you guys from that area know where that is. Is that in Virginia or is that in Pennsylvania? I don't know. Allegheny County police are still searching for the suspects involved in the incident that happened in broad daylight at the intersection of Jack's Run Road and Lincoln Way near Wendy's. Well, if I'm Wendy, I don't want my name associated with that. Sources say the victim, 33-year-old Kenneth Heyman, was part of the motorcycle club. So when we had just this story, we just didn't run with it. But now we know he was part of the War Dogs Motorcycle Club, which opens up a whole bunch of questions. Police say Heyman was shot while on his motorcycle at the intersection. Sources told KDKA TV that Heyman was shot at least twice in the back. Like, the most hideous thing. That was to send a clear-cut message. We ain't playing. This is where this is. This is war. Jasmine Reinhardt, who was working in the shopping plaza behind the Wendy's, Reinhardt said she heard about 5 gunshots and saw the victim fall off his motorcycle. 5 gunshots. Bang, 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 bang. And then, you look over there and you catch it out of the side of your eye, see somebody fall off their motorcycle, and you think, oh my God. Reinhardt's manager, said right after the shots were fired, he tried to crawl to somebody over at Wendy's for help, Reinhardt said. I've been there. I have been almost executed, and I remember the crawl. For me, it was McDonald's. I remember crawling to somebody for help. It was a McDonald's, and the lady jumped over the counter to save me, and I will appreciate her for my entire life. I don't even know who she is. She's probably an old lady now. Police say the shooters were inside a pickup truck armed with long guns and wearing masks. I heard on Insane Throttle, Hollywood say his sources said that it was AK-47, at least one AK-47 that was used. I say if they found the truck there, they are guaranteed to find the guy soon, right? They can't be too far, Reinhardt said. Well, no, they could have used a stolen truck and all that kind of stuff. Jasmine's girlfriend, who works in the plaza, has questions. Jasmine's girlfriend? Okay. Has questions. Am I?
Where are you reading it? There it is, right there.
Jasmine. So she was the one talking, and so her girlfriend, who also works in the plaza, has questions. This definitely looked like a targeted. Yeah, it does. Like something targeted, she said. This definitely looked like a something targeted, who would just go out in masks. Caleb Vicini said, We are all a little shook, scared, worried. What's going on? Why would somebody do that in broad daylight? So whoever did the attack was wearing masks. Obviously, somebody saw them in masks. They had long guns. Hollywood sources said they were AK-47s. And they shot up this man at least twice in the back. The lady said she heard 5 gunshots. Now, it was at this point that we decided to run with the story. Jennifer Barrasso, who wrote the story, put an update up on Facebook. When did she put this update up? Last night. New information in the White Oak deadly shooting. The victim was part of the War Dogs, so that's why we named that club. Motorcycle Club, KDKA, has learned. Sources also say Sunday's shooting may have some link to an incident that happened at a Washington County biker bar in August. That's when, you remember we did that story that Pagan was set upon by like 20 War Dogs. Police say 33-year-old Kenneth Heyman was shot on his motorcycle at the intersection. So he later died inside that pickup truck. Police believe were 3 to 4 masked men armed with long guns. Sources tell me police found the suspect truck at Mount Pleasant, Westmoreland County. No arrest have been made yet. I'm told investigators are looking at an assault that happened at 40 Bar and Grill in North Franklin, TWP, Washington County, in August. During a KDKD television interview, the bar owner told me she believed it was a targeted attack. So what they believed was the club that targeted that pagan or pagans. It was a target attack, and sources said the victim may have been a different biker club. The owner's bartender told me they had clubs, bats, knives, guns, I'm assuming. He said dozens of motorcycle club members known as the War Dogs targeted one of the bar's regulars. Yeah, beating him under a booth. And I heard that he was an older guy. I'm not sure, but I heard he was an older guy. And like she said, dozens, at least 20 of them, we heard. At last check, no arrests were made. Well, no arrests were made, but maybe some payback happened. That was the first comment here from a guy, Harley Hardy, who says maybe a little retaliation for mopping the floor with that pagan down at the 40 bar. So, if the truck was found in the territory of one club, should be easy to figure out. I don't know about that. There's so many clubs all over. They don't have territories anymore. They're everywhere. They must have had a tracker on his bike. In the end, still a human life lost, a family dealing with tragedy, questions left unanswered. K. True said, so it was a hit, basically. Well, now you put the bartender at risk. So it goes on and on. A lot of folks, the streets are talking, and a lot of folks think that this was retaliation. And it's now been posted on the news. This young lady just posted it. The reporter who's been reporting on it, and so now that they put the names up, we go with the names. We don't ever do that stuff unless it's been vetted and we see it in the news. So, or we vet it ourselves. Now, we don't do a lot of breaking news here, but we do some. So anyway, I am just complete. Oh, Big Lock Joker! I ain't seen you in a long time. I'm just, for myself. It's just disgusting. Dildo Fraggins, I thought you were going to change your name, bro. you said you're going to change your name.
He said it's a process, man. It's a process, man.
Well, we're glad you found the Lord, though. The preacher led Dildo to God, and so he says, well, I guess I should change my name last week. But you know what? He's probably slipped. He's backslid on us.
Nah, it's a process. Just like when you stop drinking. A lot of people, you don't stop drinking cold turkey. You just, if I do 2 bottles, I might go down to 1 bottle. It's a process.
Lulu, only a complete coward shoots their enemy in the back. Not really. Like I say, war is hell, and if you targeted somebody for extinction, you're not targeting them to give them a fair fight. You're trying to take them out. That's what you're there for. I'm there to take you out by any means necessary. You got to go. So when it comes to war, I mean, what's the difference? You drop a bomb on a city of sleeping people. That's cowardly too. And but your purpose wasn't to grant them any quarter. Your purpose was to take them out. During World War II, we bombed not military bases. We bombed cities and civilians and whole cities of people, and we bombed parks and stuff like that, apartment buildings. So, war is about annihilation, and that's what it comes down to. Allegheny County is in Pittsburgh area where all them war dogs jumped those fellas, remember? Okay, so it is in Pittsburgh. I wasn't sure whether it was in Pennsylvania or Virginia, because I think that county, doesn't it cover both of those areas? But I wasn't sure. So, yeah, Hardwire 1%er. Appreciate that. It's definitely retaliation, Hardwire, says the Yankee Viking. Well, that's what the streets are saying. The streets are saying that, and the streets talk. And
So what happened? So what happened?
If you were here, no, I'm not even going to do that. So,
Hey man, if you were here at
I said I
7 at
wasn't
10
gonna do
o'clock,
it.
yeah.
I said I wasn't going to do it because I knew it would come right back at me. When you point one finger at somebody, you got 3 pointing right back at yourself. So, yeah, for those of you just now tuning in, like Lavish, who looks sleepy right now,
I've been studying, man.
Okay, so you're sleepy because you don't look like an alert studier right now.
Yeah, man. I've been studying, man. Student lab notebook, man.
Is that for when you do things to bodies? Is that what that is?
What?
what does a mortician need a student lab book for?
You can study the anatomy of somebody.
No, man, microbiology, man. Bacteria and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Big lock joker. No, I didn't drop my bike. I did get hit by a guy on another bike. Ran into me and fucked my leg up, broke my leg, fractured my leg. Yeah.
All those.
The bike. Yeah.
All those things. Yeah. So nobody answered the Harley Gwynn challenge. Brooklyn is quiet. Nobody's gonna mess with that MMA fighter. Quit playing. Thank you, Logic. Thanks for calling me out.
How I call you out? That was Black Dragon that called you out.
Listen, and you also got our boy a black eye. So hey.
So was that a real black eye picture or AI?
That was a real black eye.
Oh,
picture.
what was the story behind that? I seen it up, but I didn't know if that was like something that was real or not.
Well, I don't know.
That was an AI picture.
I'm not even gonna bring it back up again because I told Black Dragon leave it alone.
His wife lost over 200 pounds. So I innocently asked him, well, which version of her do you like best?
I said, stop. I said, don't ask that question. I said, that's not even a question to ask.
And he said his wife gave him a black eye afterwards.
No, literally, for real?
I don't know if it's true. Maybe it was a black eye he got from his time with the Hells Angels or whatever.
She heard Black Dragon say that, and she looked at him like, "You gonna say that? You gotta ask me that question. You gotta ask me that question. That's your friend. That's your friend. This is who you follow. Who's the other short guy over there that said don't listen to him? Yeah."
Phoenix Motorsports says it's about 20 minutes southeast of Pittsburgh. I was filming a moto vlog on the other end of town. Right when it happened, the whole incident took place about 5 miles from my house. Wow, that's scary. Can you imagine that? Somebody actually firing off an AK-47s at somebody? Man.
Well, you say you don't know if it's retaliation or not, but you have to have a certain mindset to take your weapon and shoot somebody in the back.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't know.
You do have to have a certain. An average person is not going to. An average person is not going to go get their gun and just go. I'm gonna go walk down the street and shoot somebody in the back.
No, that's not the average person. I got an intended target. My goal is to end this guy's life.
All right, you have to have a certain mindset.
And that's what I'm going to do. It doesn't matter where I catch him, how I do it. It's not
I do it.
You know what? I'm not Tony Montana. Let me make sure he sees me. No, my goal is to X this guy out,
He's
go
gone.
Get my check,
and move on.
I understand that, and that you have to have a certain. When I was back in the streets, and I wanted to get someone because they walked down my street.
Okay,
they threatened me. If I wanted you, I had to have that mindset that I'm about to come break those legs with my
back. That Black Dragon?
That was a mindset.
Messing around with this pastor.
That's old school though. But you know, everybody got a pass.
It ain't hard to get him back. I can tell you that.
That's old school. I had to be talked off the ledge, and my partner. There's not too many people that could have done it when I was going to burn this guy's house down. And I was in a certain mindset, and they had to talk me down.
But you
An
had
average
a goal.
person. I had to go.
You
Right.
burned up everybody in there.
But I had to have that certain mindset to do it. An average, you can't get an average like martial arts. Black Dragon. Let's bring it down to where you know we're on the same playing field. In martial arts, you can teach somebody to break somebody's neck, break their arm, break this. But that person has to be in a certain mindset to do that because everybody can't handle hearing bones break. Everybody can't handle that. I'm just saying, man. It's just coming from a battle. That's coming from a battle perspective. When I broke the guy's nose, it was a certain thing that I wanted to break his nose. But on the average day, man, I don't want to break nobody's nose. I mean, who's thinking like that? So to go to that next level of actually taking somebody's life by shooting them in the back with whatever type of gun it was, tracking them down, you had to be in a certain mindset to do that.
I don't know if I don't know if they started out with, we're going to shoot him in the back, but they definitely, that's what happened. And happened. The mindset was, we're going to kill him. This is breaking. Hardwire is no longer Hardwire 1%er. I had noticed that Hardwire X. I didn't notice the X 1%er. I went from Hardwire 1%er to X 1%er very recently. I apologize. You aren't in the loop, Black Dragon. You would know if you watch my show.
I saw your show last night. I watched the video. I was on your page yesterday, Hardwire, with the people that was playing on the stoops, playing music on the stoops.
Yeah, he wasn't directing that at you. It was directed at me.
Oh shit!
But you know, I just wanted to say I was on his page. Black Dragon wasn't on the page. I was on your page.
Gold star for you. Gold star, preacher.
Anyway.
So
I'm not disagreeing with what you and Lavish is saying. I was just interjecting, like a person has to be in a certain mindset to just, you know what, I'm gonna wake up this morning, you know what I'm gonna do today? I'm gonna go shoot somebody in the back.
What's up, that's what you got, man. That's why you got them hitters, man. They mindset is where you at.
They already said go already.
Yeah, they already there, man. You should see. You should. I just tell people all the time, listen, man, please do not bother me, man.
See,
hey, these guys be that's their thing, man. They be on go.
Alone.
They be on go. I be having to, hey man, calm down, relax. It's not that serious.
Yeah, about everything.
They be ready. They be on go.
Looking for it, bro.
Right. And look, it's one of them things. I was told a long time ago, said, Logic, if you ever need help, call me. And I take a figuratively card. Say they didn't give me a business card, but you take that card and you put it at the top shelf where you can't reach it, because you know that once you pull that and make that phone call, you can't go back. So those are people, Lavish.
Motorcycle clubs need to get rid of those guys.
They don't have to be in the club.
Well, we're talking about motorcycle clubs, but motorcycle clubs have to get rid of those guys, and I'll tell you why. And this administration, this Trump administration, when they get rid of, when they get more of their objectives accomplished, they get the what they call the immigration problem. They get that underhand. When they get through with these cities. They're going to be looking for some more bad guys. And if you can't see the writing on the wall, motorcycle clubs, that bad guy is going to be your asses. It's going to be y'all. Y'all are going to be the ones. And they're going to be coming for y'all. They're coming for y'all.
What's that, a howitzer? What was that?
That's a machine gun. A howitzer is more like, I got to get a howitzer. But anyway. They're going to be coming for y'all. They're going to be coming for motorcycles. This administration is not going to do the lawlessness. It's not. And so I would think anybody with common sense would know that the government that we have right now, it is going to be gearing up to take on. They're not going to have no Minutemen running around, and that's what motorcycle clubs are: groups of Minutemen that can come together and band together. And that's not this new world order. That's not what you got to get smart and get your head down. And so clubs need to stop all this gangster shooting shit. All it's going to take is somebody in a press conference to say, "Wow, President Trump, what about the guys that are shooting up the cities and they won't let guys ride their motorcycles and the patch police and blah, blah, blah." And he'll be like, "Say what? That's going on here? Hell no."
Hey, based off of his last interview, I was saying he might even say, well, they need to start checking in because I can see a lot of violence that's going to happen. So they should be smart. I can see him saying something like that. They know the rules.
Thank you very much. That's really nice. Thank you.
Y'all better leave that man alone.
I'm just saying.
I don't think they like me very much.
You better leave that man alone, bro. I'm telling these motorcycle clubs, I keep telling them, y'all better chill out, bro. But a lot of people are looking at this as retaliation or whatever. We don't know whether that's true or not, but that a lot of folks are thinking, and the police now are looking at that assault to see if the two are connected. So I guess we'll hear more. I say motorcycle clubs, man. A lot of people are being turned away by motorcycle clubs. A lot of people motorcycle clubs are losing members. I think I see us dying out because if it ain't some drama like what I was going through, if it ain't some kind of drama, it's violence. It's violence to drama, drama to violence. And then motorcycle wrecks. How many people have you buried? Here recently, you've buried what, 3 or 4 people in the last month, Lavish?
I know for a fact too. No, in the last month and a half, 3, 4 people from my club.
Yeah.
And then outside of my club, it's almost like a funeral every other week, if not every week. But it's not from violence. It's not from motorcycle violence, though. It's just
but either we're burying somebody or whatever. Joker 116's PFFP. Well, we know Joker 16's. He says no comment on the shooting. We wouldn't expect you to have a comment about anything, 1%er. Those guys, they just conveniently don't know anything. Trump is going to National Guard every city in America. That's how Hitler and the SS took power, says Big Lock Joker. And they got rid of all the militias that were out there. So don't be considered no kind of militia. That's what I'm saying. All right. So that's that story. Hold on a second, guys. We need to get a quick we need to have a quick public service announcement.
Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Donate. Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Donate. Maybe you need to donate freaking money. Donate some freaking money.
Oh my God.
I like that. That public service announcement is so cool. Hey, we got a few minutes here. What do you got? I wanted to talk a little bit about loyalty and disloyalty. And I wanted to ask you guys and folks out there, if you have a comment, what do you think are some disloyal things that should make you be thrown out of your club immediately?
Oh man, make you throwing out your club immediately, man. Telling club business to the other club members. I mean, outside clubs, man. Ratting on your club members.
Stealing money from the club.
Yeah.
Is stealing money from the club disloyalty?
Yeah.
It ain't trustworthy. However, it happens. and you know they find out about it, and you pay for it. You owe the club back money and all this other crap. But yeah, I think, man, you know, for me, one of my biggest things is, man, throw this dude out the club, man, because you can't trust him. You know, he
Well,
telling secrets.
so for you, it's telling club business more so than stealing from the club.
It's more trust. You know, the trust is, you know, can I, you know, are you a trustworthy person? Can I trust you with my life? And when I say my life, I'm not even speaking on anything, you know, that has to do with, you know, criminal stuff. Just trust. Are you in my best interest as a club member?
So those are some of the big ones: stealing from the club, messing with somebody's wife. We've saw stealing and snitching,
Being a
an
pedophile.
informant. Okay, being a pedophile is
I don't
one
want you around me, man.
that we don't hear a lot. But we did have one club where the national president was a pedophile, and his members called in and said, "We don't give a damn. He's still going to be our national president. We know the backstory. We know the backstory, and we've accepted it." So that's not even always one. The Black Sabbath tried to keep a pedophile in, and they didn't get rid of him until everybody found out. Once it made the news, then now they want to get rid of him. And he was quite hurt by that, because the national president was just fine with having him around because he was voting on his side. But after everybody found out and it made the news, now all of a sudden the guy was persona non grata. So Joker, 1%er 16, said ratting, stealing, screwing the brothers, old ladies, and telling club business. Those are the big ones. But if you're a president, what other signs of disloyalty would you look for to get rid of a person? Being a loose cannon,
really,
doing things your way,
really
not the club's way.
disrespect. Like Lavish said, well, Lavish said, I can't trust you, but disrespecting the, I would say, the hierarchy. So if you have a member that doesn't respect your president, doesn't respect your vice president, doesn't respect none of the officers, and they just doing their own thing, like anarchy within the organization, that right there will, if it's not checked and checked fast, that'll split your organization, split your club and everything. That person got to go.
Well, you talking about me maybe 10 years ago. He's talking about me maybe 10, not even a whole 10 years ago. I was on like a 4-year run with that same attitude and mentality. However, I knew my bylaws, and I knew, you know, I knew how far to go before going over. I was at that line where I was at that line where I knew, okay, I can push it right there, and
then back off.
And there's nothing they can do.
So, and I was going to say that a lot of times, what he said here, being a loose cannon, doing things your own way, not the club's way. ML is so right about that. However, like Lavish said, that those things are not specifically in the bylaws. So being a loose cannon and blah blah blah, but you can't find a charge to get rid of those people because they'll hang right in the
right there at that fine line where when the club think they got you, you sitting back and you're like, you ain't got nothing on me. And then it simmers back down, and
I guess that's how you. I guess that falls down to how well and how detailed your bylaws are. We actually, even though we're ministry, we actually had, because I'm a writer. I write so much and stuff. We actually had to cut back. They said, "Okay, you got too much detail in there." I said, "I want to cover everything." I said,
you should.
You know,
the more detailed the bylaws, I believe, the better. But most clubs do not have good, well-written bylaws because they're not written by writers. I remember when my club decided they were going to rewrite the bylaws that I had spent about a decade writing. And to this day, they still haven't gotten the bylaws rewritten. To this day. Oh, we're just going to go back to the 1974 bylaws. Okay. Go back to 1974. It's tough to sit down and write voluminous bylaws. It's tough, but the more we got more communication, because now you need bylaws. You even need bylaws for internet protocol. We think of IP in the IT world, like Logic and I were in, but IP for motorcycle clubs, there should be an internet protocol. How do you use the internet? How to use social media? How do you use these platforms? That should even be part of your bylaws nowadays. So a lot of these guys, they get out of it by being in the bylaws. But let me tell you something. If you're not able to get rid of disloyalty, the second you see it, those disloyal people become poisonous snakes that can destroy your whole motorcycle club. Big Lot Joker said, I noticed that throwing around the accusations that someone is a pedo is a political warfare, feminist attack, and the masculinity, a way to isolate and damage a person. There's a whole lot of that goes on. People will use keywords and catchy phrases and things like that to attack club members. Sometimes all you got to do is put a charge on them, like you stole from the club. It's such a targeted distraction. So part of disloyalty, I think, would be a reason to put somebody out of a club is if someone lied on a club brother. That'd be a reason. But I'll tell you a quick story about a guy in the club. I want to tell you, if you see,
this isn't about to be a quick story.
If you see disloyalty,
out as soon as I heard the word quick.
If you see disloyalty as a leader and you don't get rid of it, it can come back and haunt you and bite you in the rear end. There was a guy in my club who had a brother, and this brother had a girl on the back of his bike that was not his wife.
Da-dum-dum-dum.
And so the guy takes a video of this woman on the back of his brother's bike and puts it up on social media so that his brother's wife could see it. Now, his brother was in the club and he was in the club. And when he put that video up, the guy's wife saw it as it was intended, and there was an immediate warfare in his house. Now, the brother calls me and says, hey, man, you need to put that guy out of the club right now. But he hadn't told club business. There was no place in the bylaws to get rid of him for doing that. And it was a rotten, dirty, low-down thing to do. Should I have gotten rid of him for that disloyalty? Well, I didn't. I didn't. And several years later, that disloyal son of a bitch got rid of me. His name was Ride or Die. He did that to his own brother. So what do we learn here? What's the teaching moment?
It's kind of like going back to the laws of 48 laws of power, 48 powers of law, whatever. You can't think of the name right now, man. You get something like
laws of power. I think that's
48 laws of power. Yeah, you gotta destroy a problem right when it happens. You gotta eliminate it, completely eliminate it.
Completely.
And the more I go on with life, because you be thinking that you're helping some people and you really don't want to be, that bad of a person, and you want to give people a fair chance. Those same people that you give a fair chance to always seems in some type of way it comes back and it haunts you. And I've learned that just from life, from business, from friendships. And at this point in my life, I don't need a lot of friends. I have kids, I have a family, and that's all I care about. And I'll focus on any and everything else. I want to eliminate it, make it irrelevant, get rid of it. And that's what we have to do, man. Eliminate it, destroy it completely.
Cut it out.
Watch this. Stop putting Band-Aids on the problems that need sutures.
It's still gonna keep bleeding. Huh?
Okay, that's my comment. That's my comment.
Shoot.
I use that in life. I use that in IT. Stop putting band-aids on a problem.
That was my teaching moment for the day, and it was a short story. I'm done.
We didn't have the dramatic music that should have went behind it.
Dang, man, and I have some too. Oh my
Oh,
goodness!
too late. I should have said nothing.
Let's go fast.
Too late.
Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way.
Oh, I can't play that. Can't play that. Anyway, yeah, that was interesting. Okay, so what I want to tell you guys as leaders,
I have a question. Since you
Hold on,
mentioned
let me
internet
What
protocol,
I want to tell you guys as leaders is it's hard being a leader, and you want to be fair, but as a leader, you must toe the line, and the line you must toe is the line of: are the bylaws being followed? Is the club being represented? Are we doing things the right way? And whenever you see that disloyalty, that cancer, that person that keeps talking about brothers behind their back, that person that keeps making accusations, somebody said participation, the people that aren't participating, you got to cut the dead rate. You got to go ahead and count your losses, let it go, and move on, and keep the organization pruned and culled in order to keep it sharp, efficient, and moving in a forward direction. Yes, sir, preacher. What is your question?
okay. Now I'm asking this out of respect. So I understand you cannot, as a guest in anybody's clubhouse, not just OMC's clubhouse, you can't just go in there and take pictures of the clubhouse unless they say, "Oh yeah, it's cool to take a picture here, take a picture there," and blah blah blah. What I get at, and I asked a friend of mine this. I said, "Well, who cannot take a picture in your clubhouse?" They said, "No one." I said, "Even you?" He said, "No, we're not even allowed to take pictures in the clubhouse and put them on Facebook." I said, "So why do I see a lot of y'all with y'all pictures of y'all clubhouse on social media?" And they would say, we're not supposed to do that, but it's not in the bylaws.
Man, you know what, man? I'm gonna speak on me.
That's one person you can speak on.
When I go to different clubs, I don't, because of who I am with the type of pictures that I post and I put on, with my following of a platform, I don't go in clubs just taking pictures because I really just don't know what the heck I might be taking pictures of unless they know or they want me there and they know I'm taking pictures. And most of the time you get some clubs that's ask me, "Man, where your camera at?" But they don't even realize, out of respect, I just don't walk in there
just walk in
camera,
flashing, right?
know, because when I did come into this bike world stuff many, many years ago, at a tender age of an innocent 19, you couldn't even have cell phones in the club, let alone, taking pictures of stuff.
Did they even have cell phones when you were 19?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they should. Yeah,
they had
the brick phones probably.
No, I had the this was around the era where the Sprint PCS phones was just coming out.
Oh, the flip phones. The flip phones.
No, right, not. It was in 99. Let me just say 99. Whatever the phones was at in 99. 99 going to 2000.
There you go.
They were flip phones then.
And as time went along, and clubs started letting people, because when they started, other people started coming in with phones. One, you had to have colors on to even have a phone in. Then when people started coming in, they started to get relaxed. People just randomly pop out their phones, and it's not even a big deal anymore. It's not even a big deal. It's like, hey, me and my girls, me and my boys, me and the homies, we taking pictures. Hold on. So I don't know if that's a thing that's kind of been lost. Even in clubs that you see posted, I don't want to say clubs names or anything, but I've seen clubs where they state no pictures, no videos, no live streaming, no none of that, and they do it. Everybody's doing it,
and they do it anyway.
Everybody's doing it.
That's what I'm getting at. Yeah.
So for me, most of the time when clubs invite me over, it is to either cover them or they want me to mention them. Even the 1% clubs. So when I go and I have my cameras or my phone, I just go on ahead up to the sergeant at arms of the 1% Club and say, okay, where can I not take pictures? Am I allowed to take pictures? And nowadays they'll tell you, okay, that area over there is a picture friendly area. That's a picture friendly area. Don't take pictures of the backs of any brothers. They'll tell you what to do. They have it all lined out. And so when one of them comes up to me looking retarded and crazy as hell, I'll be like, hey, go talk to your sergeant at arms. Another one that happens to me when I'm out is the 1%ers will come up to me. Dragon, I see you got that camera out, bro. Don't be shooting our brothers. And okay, I got you, man. So they'll normally tell me, but then the other guys just come and they circle me, surround me, and put their arms around me. They want to be in the picture. So it's transferring.
Well, I have pictures. And talk about OMCs. I have pictures of me with different OMCs, and they'll tell me. They say, "Now, Logic, now you can't," because they know I post. You can't post that. I said, "No, this is gonna go in my private collection at the house. There's pictures that people will never see unless you come to my house, and that's if I put it in a frame." So I've been told the same thing, Black Dragon. Like, hey, all right, Lodge, you can take this picture, but we better not see it up there.
No,
I haven't been told that yet.
Oh, you haven't? Okay.
No, only because most of the time when I go somewhere, they know that I'm coming. So it's a good feeling because their whole club, even though I don't even know who everybody is, they know who I am.
Right.
Oh, that's Lavish. Oh, he's here. He's doing this, blah, blah, blah. And the camaraderie and the fellowship is great. Now, on the flip side, when I go out and I'm just doing, whatever random stuff, wherever I'm at, Myrtle Beach, Kings of the South, whatever bike event that I'm at, next level event, I tell people all the time, listen, if you are not with the person you're supposed to be with, stay out of the view of my camera.
Stay out of the camera range.
Because what happens, you get these people, hey, man, can you take this video down? No. How much time I spent editing this video, man. Hey, man, stay out. So I said it on video, numerous of times. Listen, don't be in the way of my camera if you see me. But then I'll get some people, they'll see me and they'll want to be on the camera, but they don't want to be on the camera. They want me to wait until they distance themselves. Then they'll be like, oh yeah, now I'm good. Men and women. So what I do. Yeah, men and women. They'll walk up to me. They won't be all loud about it. They'll be like, hey,
don't shoot over here.
Yeah, that video, can you don't post me because so and so. And I'd be like, a mental note. All right, cool. And out of so much stuff going on behind the scenes of people business that you don't even know what's going on. Whenever I see somebody like a guy riding somebody, I pan away just because I don't even know what might be going on, and sometimes you doing your thing, you not even seeing it. Because I had a guy, man, tell me, man, I've seen a video, man, you had me, man, and it was 2 years old. He just finally came across it. But then you got these FBI women out here, man. Oh man, I seen this bike and I knew it was a girl on the back because when the video was shot, I seen this bike. And if you look on the ground, you can see the shadow. And the shadow. So listen, man, I'm trying to tell you, I done heard it all, man, that came.
Wow.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, Gary from New York is joking, but bro, this is the truth.
What's that?
When I was young, they only had rotary phones. I was around. I saw the first push button phone. Stop playing. When I was a kid, do you even know what a rotary phone is, Lavish?
Yeah.
You might. Lavish.
No, we had one in our house. I'm a grandparent's child.
Oh, there you go.
I hate that thing. You miss one number, you got to start all over.
Okay.
There was no speed dials back then. There was no speed.
Jerry
dial.
joking. I remember.
No, we
this
had
thing.
one of these in my grandparents' house. This was the late 80s, early 90s. They had the regular phones at that particular time, man.
Oh my goodness. It's the truth, man. I was around for the first cell phone. I was around for payphones. I saw payphones disappear. I was around for the first pagers. I was around for the first computers, the 8086. Before that, before the 8086, the Tandy. I saw the first desktop computers. I'm old, bro.
Man, I remember the payphones, man. We used to have our certain payphones that we knew give you a quarter back.
Yep.
We'd be like, no, you got to use that payphone because it gives you the quarter back.
Remember
or you
calling cards? You used to have a calling card.
Yeah, you should scratch that thing off. That's how I used to make my long distance
ladies
calls.
and gentlemen, I am not as old as these gentlemen. I have no idea. When I came around when the first BlackBerry came around. That's how young I am.
Yeah, I can dig it.
That was still 25 years ago.
Yeah,
Well,
what was
hey,
that was like 2003.
Yeah.
That's no problem. That's no problem. I can be that young.
I was looking at that thing like, man, look at all these buttons on there, man.
Yeah, that was
How
before.
can you type on that thing?
That was before you swipe. Now you
And
just.
you know
swipe
one
forward.
thing with the rotary phone, you know what you couldn't do?
What's that?
You couldn't, when you dialed it, you couldn't force it back because it'll mess up.
I never.
I was in a hurry to dial a number, and I was
Yeah,
trying to force it
I
back.
ain't never tried to force it. I
did.
just let it go and be
Oh,
like,
yeah.
man, this thing. It used to
Nah,
hurt your fingers too if
I
you
was
was
in
one
a-
of those people that be on the phone a lot, always having to spin it. Then it
Look.
hit the little metal piece right there.
Yeah, when
Now
push button phones came out, I was like, oh my gosh, no more doing this. I said, yes.
But here's the deal: they still use the same sound effect pattern to make the numbers, to actually make the numbers happen. It's still the same as it was way back then, even on the phones today. You just don't hear it, but they still use the same technology, just you get to it a different way. Cali Kid said I was around for the first Bible. Payphones were a dime back in the day too. Yeah, they got expensive.
Dime, 15 cents, 25 cents.
No, they was a quarter for me, and then they went up to 35 cents.
I was around with them.
Said, no, you cannot.
Here's my
push it
number.
back. It has weight and dual
Call
points.
me. And remember that one? Call me if you need someone to talk to. And when they say, here's my number and a dime, call me. You don't remember that, Black Dragon?
Here's my number and a dime. You can call me anytime.
Who sung that? Prince?
No, that was
No.
Some girls saying that.
Girls.
Oh, it just sounded like some Prince or the time.
Well, they were around during the Prince time. They might have even messed with them. That was some girls that sang "Satisfaction Guarantee." Call me if you need someone to talk to. SSW says, nope, you cannot force it back. It has weights and dual.
Oh, that was
points
Blondie.
to pulse dial.
Never heard
So
of
that's what it's called, pulse dialing. Lulu, me too, Black Dragon. No one had cells and everyone had a pager. No social media to worry about. When you broke down on the highway, you either walked to the next exit or hopefully a call box on the highway. And the only people that had call boxes was California.
Hey, you know what we used to do, man? Listen, let me tell you this, because I have
We don't got way off topic, guys.
I know, but I gotta share this, man, because we're talking about phones, man. You know, I was around all the older guys, right? Older guys. And they used to always teach me a lot of bad habits, right? So we had this phone. It was a phone, you get it from the phone company, man. And this guy, he had this phone. It was like this big, and it had the clips on there.
Yeah.
And we used to go to the phone box. We used to go, we used
Yeah.
to go to other people's phone boxes.
Mm-hmm.
We could eavesdrop on a conversation. We can make, that's how we used to make our calls. We used to call when we had our pagers. We used to go and we'll make calls.
What did you need
off
that
of somebody
for?
else's box.
That setup. Why would you need to get a pager call and then go put a phone on
We
somebody
didn't have
else?
cell phones.
No.
I
No,
thought Call Me was
no, you get a pager
Blondie.
call. And why do you need to make a call all of a sudden? You was doing something. You was
Man,
in-
listen, man, I was trying to get
he's
the
in the
girls
light.
at that particular time, man. We were trying to meet up with the girls, man.
Mhm.
We were trying to meet up with the girls. Where you at? and calling them back. I didn't have my own phone line. You know, a lot of the chicks, they had their own phone lines back in the day.
I think he was in the business. That's what I'm thinking.
He was in the business.
He was in the business, bro.
Ain't
nobody.
Hey, man, I hear you.
I ain't calling no girls like that, man.
Ain't nobody. No, I just call.
You got a pager call. You needed to make a call right back,
man,
real quick.
Man, all I can say is we had the phone and we used to plug up the other people's boxes and make phone calls, especially late at night. Be on side of somebody's house, right? Right, talking this because it wasn't no cameras and ring doorbells and late at night. Who's out? You had to be one of those kind of people that was out, man. Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was it. It was orange. Yeah. It was a big orange. It was a big orange. I think one side was yellow or some crap like that. But it was like this big, man.
Call me with Sky, says
Sky. Yeah. He was right because Blondie did a song like that too. I mean, did a song titled that. That's the first one that popped up when I looked, and then I put some other words in there, and Sky came up.
Hey, ML says the way you block somebody was you left the receiver off the phone,
and then you wait for that beeping to stop. Beep 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 beep. You gotta wait for that to stop. That stopped after a while.
Dirty D, Detroit, pager, lavish equals dealer or pimp.
See,
man, I wasn't, man. I wasn't.
Look, hey. Can I do story time now?
What's that?
Let me do story time. Lavish, you was in the military, so you can get with this, but you probably won't understand. So, when I was still in the military, that's when the brick phones came out. It's when I met my wife. I had a bag phone that had 2 phone numbers on it, but one for Texas, one for New Mexico. I'm living in New Mexico.
Dang,
my friend wanted a phone. I had the brick phone, so I gave him my brick phone. Now, my friend's sister lived in Mississippi. No, she lived in She lived in Detroit. His family was from Mississippi, and his mom and them was from New York. So he's making these phone calls. Now, back then they had roaming charges.
Yes.
I get a phone call in my shop. These are phone calls you don't want to have at your job, Lavish. I get a phone call from the OSI and said, Sergeant Turner, we need you to come see us. What for? Well, we need to find out if you are a drug dealer. This is on the phone. I'm like, what? I hung up the phone, told my sergeant. I went down to the office. They said they had my records. They said, we see that you have 2 phones, 3 phone numbers. And one phone is calling areas where there's high trafficking drugs. It's made out of New Mexico, calling Detroit, New York, and Mississippi. And your phone bill is $3,500.
Man, you had a $3,500 phone bill?
My friend had a 35, but it was in my name. So yes. He said, then you got a second phone that's
$3,500. Damn.
That was a lot back then.
Heck shit, it's a lot now.
I had to figure out how first to explain to them, no, sir, I'm not a drug dealer sitting in the United States Air Force. And then get on my friend like, hey, man, you can't be making those phone calls like that because those roaming charges, they watched that. And that was back in 90. Yeah. 91.
In 90, they really were watching.
They were watching these phone calls because drug dealers was, hey, we got these cell phones. We don't got to go to the pay phones anymore. Get a page, find the nearest pay phone.
They would bug the cell phone. Like Black Sabbath, we owned our own cell phone. It was right outside the clubhouse, and people all over the neighborhood would come talk on it. They would bug they would bug certain cell phones. Okay, we're gonna bug this cell phone to listen to whatever's going down on it. So the payphone. So the cell phones took all that away.
Yeah. I got called at job, but that's the most terrifying thing for somebody to call you at your job on base and ask you, "Are you a drug dealer?" And it's coming from the OSI.
Yeah, the OSI.
Bro, you don't want that kind of phone call, bro.
What does OSI stand for?
Office of Special Investigation. That's like the FBI of the military. The Army, each branch got their own
branch
special.
Has their own. Ours was called NCIC.
Yeah,
I believe. NCIS, I believe. Naval Investigator, NIS.
Yeah, they
NIS.
they made a whole sitcom of y'all's police thing, but you're NCIC, NCIS. Yeah, OSI was Special Investigations in United States Air Force.
All right, guys, I think we've talked about a lot of stuff today. We're right at an hour.
All right. Well, I'm about to get out of here. I have to continue to study for my exam this afternoon.
Yeah.
So when we wrote letters, no phone calls. Logical part of New Mexico. I was in Clovis, New Mexico, Cannon Air Force Base.
Mm-hmm. I know the area.
Mm-hmm.
All right, young man.
All right. Y'all be easy, man. Y'all take care. I'm getting out of here. I got I got 20 days to election time, man. 20 days to election.
All right.
Yeah, we're going to narrow it down. I want to get back out here as soon as I get some help to finish going door to door, boots to the ground. And I got a test today, man. So I'm going to be out here studying for this microbiology lab exam, which is not easy at all. A lot of gram staining, negative staining, simple staining.
Look at that. Somebody else had a $3,000 bill.
Yeah. So I want to catch y'all tomorrow. Y'all
all right, Lavish.
Take care.
Take care. Oh, my goodness. All right. Let's get you your stuff. Oh, wrong thing. Action.
What's up, everyone? It's your boy Logic over here at Keep It Logical. Hey, I'd like to thank all those that are on this page, that's on this stream, that went over and liked, tagged, and did all that, and followed me on my YouTube page, on my TikTok page. Love you. Blessings on you. When you're riding on your tubes, make sure your bike is all well and checked out and everything. No oil leaks or any of that. If you're on threes, do the same. If you're in your car, do the same. But remember these words when you're out there. Ride hard, ride safe, and always, always ride on faith and keep it logical. Peace.
Peace. It's your boy Black Dragon. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Same bat channel, same bat day. We're going to be interviewing a young racer from South Africa who is trying to race over in Spain. So it's going to be a very exciting day, and to see the whole South African riders and the stuff they're doing. It's going to be interesting. All right, catch you guys tomorrow. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Be good to someone. I'm stuck at like 300 and I made 306 pounds yesterday, and then boom, back up to 310. So we're stuck between 310 and 306, but we're working on it, man. Trying to get below 300, man. So, hey, thanks for tuning in, and get skinny.
If you are seeking clarity about issues stemming from problems or crises occurring within your motorcycle club, then set up a consultation with Black Dragon. Black Dragon has over 30 years of experience in the motorcycle club world, having served as a national president of the 50-year-old Black Sabbath MC Nation for nearly 10 years. Black Dragon is a veteran negotiator, skilled in crisis management, conflict resolution, inter-club issues, press conferences, and club reputation management. You can set up an appointment to speak with him by phone at clarity.fm/black-dragon. Get the clarity you deserve to help make your MC the best place it can possibly be.
Prepare yourself to take the helm as president of your mighty motorcycle club by delving into the pages of Black Dragon's newest book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. There you will learn to advance your skills in applying the 14 scientific principles of leadership similar to those taught to officers in the United States Naval Service. Available in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. Get yours today on Amazon, Kindle, or order it at your local bookstore. Order your autographed copy from blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club president you can be. Get the book.
Get Black Dragon's first book, The Prospect's Bible, to learn how to join a motorcycle club. It has been an Amazon #1 bestseller for the past 7 years and is required reading for over 3,000 motorcycle clubs worldwide. This book is a must-have for new people venturing onto the motorcycle club set. It will teach you how to prepare yourself for service to the motorcycle club nation and show you how to qualify a motorcycle club to be worthy of your service. Available on Amazon, Kindle, and for order at your local bookstore. Get your autographed copy at blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club prospect you can be. Get the book.